The world felt smaller that summer. The woods behind our houses a kingdom we'd mapped 1,000 times over. But one afternoon, everything changed. It started with a shimmer, a flicker of impossible light just beyond the old oak tree. Liam, always the bravest, was the first to see it. He'd been trying to skip a stone across Miller's Creek, but the stone just hovered. It hung in the air, glowing with a soft, blue light before zipping across the water, leaving a trail of sparks. We all just stared, mouths open. Then it was Maya's turn. She'd gasped, pointing at the stone, and the wildflowers at her feet suddenly bloomed, twisting and growing in a matter of seconds, their colors more vibrant than anything we'd ever seen in a gardening book. I felt a strange hum under my own skin, a low thrum of energy. I looked at my hands, and a faint golden mist swirled around my fingertips. We weren't just kids playing in the woods anymore. We were something else. Drawn by an unseen force, we walked deeper into the forest, past the familiar trails and into a part of the woods that felt new. The air grew thick with the scent of night-blooming jasmine and damp earth, a fragrance that was both alien and deeply familiar. There, nestled in a clearing we'd never found before, was a sight that stole our breath. A colossal crystal, taller than our houses, pulsed with a gentle internal light. It was like a shard of a frozen rainbow, casting prismatic patterns on the mossy ground. Its surface was smooth and cool to the touch, and as we placed our hands on it, a wave of energy washed over us, making our newfound abilities flare brighter. This wasn't just a crystal. It was a place, a feeling. It was a piece of somewhere else, a world we only knew from whispered bedtime stories. Illyria. As our fingers traced the glowing patterns on the crystal, a vision flooded our minds. It wasn't a memory of a living, breathing moment happening somewhere far away. We saw a woman, her face etched with wisdom and kindness, her silver hair braided with starlight. She stood on a balcony overlooking a city of impossible spiraling towers, all bathed in the same light as our crystal. The guardian of Illyria. But the vision soured. The sky behind her cracked like dark glass. Shadows with burning red eyes swarmed from the fissures, and a feeling of pure, soul-crushing dread washed over us. The guardian fought, wielding light like a sword. But she was outnumbered. We saw her falter, a shadow tendril wrapping around her arm, its touch turning her skin to grey stone. Her cry of pain echoed not in the air, but directly in our minds, a sound of pure agony. We recoiled from the crystal, gasping, the vision shattering like broken glass. The woods were silent again, but the terror was real, a cold knot in our stomachs. The guardian was in danger. Illyria was falling. Liam clenched his fists, the air around him crackling with an unseen charge. "We have to do something," he whispered, his voice tight. Maya nodded, her eyes wide, new blossoms withering at her feet as her focus wavered. "But how? We're here. She's?" Before she could finish, the crystal flared violently, its soft glow replaced by a blood-red pulse. The air grew frigid. A new voice, not the Guardian's, slithered into our thoughts. It was cold, ancient, and filled with a chilling amusement. It felt like razors scraping against our souls. "So," the voice hissed, each word a drop of poison, "the little embers have found their spark. You feel her pain, don't you? Good. Let it be a warning." The mental voice felt like it was right behind us, its presence a suffocating weight. We could almost smell the decay and darkness it carried with it. We were connected not just to the Guardian, but to her enemy. He knew about us. He could feel us, just as we could feel him. "Your world is a fragile little thing," the voice continued, its tone dripping with contempt. "So easy to break, so easy to extinguish. You think these little tricks will save you, They will only make your end more interesting for me to watch. A new image burned into our minds, overriding the forest around us. It was a vision of our own town, our homes, our school. But they were in ruins, covered in the same creeping darkness that was consuming Illyria. We saw the faces of our families, twisted in fear, their eyes wide with a terror we now understood all too well. It was a promise, a threat. Then the voice focused its attention, its mental gaze falling upon each of us in turn, a horrifying, intimate violation. It felt like being seen, truly seen, by something that wanted only to unmake you. When its focus landed on me, it paused. A low, guttural chuckle echoed in my skull, a sound that made my blood run cold. "I see you," the voice whispered, the words meant for me alone, yet my friends flinched as if they'd heard them too. Hiding in the back, the little light, there was a pause, a moment of horrifying consideration. "I will start with you." The connection snapped. The red light in the crystal died, leaving it dark and inert. The cold presence vanished, but the silence it left behind was worse than the voice itself. We were alone in the darkening woods, the weight of two worlds on our shoulders, and the horrifying certainty that something ancient and evil now knew our names. The woods were no longer our kingdom. They were our front line, and the enemy had just promised to come for me first. We were terrified. We were children, and we were the only hope a dying world had left.